It's the race week for the Lone Star Le Mans, which is the 6th round in the WEC 2025 season. And in this video I'll be telling the Hypercar preview for this race at WEC in America and what to follow this weekend at the top class. Let's check now. The 6 hours of Sao Paulo was really a tough race for both Ferrari and Toyota because they had heavy cars and also less powered cars among the hypercars. And for the COTA round, it's also expected for them to have one more very difficult race because the BOP parameters didn't change so much compared to the last race. Beginning with Ferrari, the Italian brand will have no changes in minimum weight and in V1 speed. After 250 km per hour, they will have a gain of 4.8%, and the maximum stint of energy is 890 megajoules. And in Toyota case, the minimum weight keeps the same from Sao Paulo. In V1 speed they will have a loss of 1 kilowatt, a power gain of 7.4% after 250 km per hour, and the maximum stint of energy is 901 megajoules, 2 less than compared to Interlagos. Cadillac and Porsche were the best manufacturers in the hypercar class at the 6 hours of Sao Paulo, which was the last round. The GM brand finally had their first victory at WEC since they joined the series in 2023 and had a perfect final result with a 1-2. Meanwhile, Porsche Penske finished in third with the car number 5 and fourth with the 6. Due to that, both brands are getting a double hit in BOP for the Austin race, being worse for Porsche. So let's begin with Cadillac, which won at Interlagos. The GM brand will have 19 kilograms added, a power loss of 5 kilowatts in V1 stage speed and a power gain of 0.9% at V2 speed. The maximum stint of energy will be 902 megajoules. And for Porsche, the German manufacturer will have a gain of 12 kilograms with 1065 at COTA. And also they have a massive hit at V1 speed, losing 13 kilowatts compared to Sao Paulo. At V2 speed, Porsche will have 2.9% in power gain. The maximum stint of energy will be 901 megajoules. In the first moment, we can expect that Cadillac still can be competitive in their home race and keep the momentum after their first triumph at Hypercar. Who knows to see them winning in the USA? However, the same thing cannot be said for Porsche. That's because they can face one more very difficult race for being heavy and with a lack of power below the 250 km per hour, considering that Austin has a lot of slow curves. Well, if for Cadillac and Porsche would be difficult to win, at least Alpine and BMW can get the chance to win this weekend at COTA. Alpine had a very difficult race at Sao Paulo, with both cars failing to go to the hyperpole session. The car number 35 had an issue with the hybrid systems, which made going to the garage for the repair. But at least its sister car number 36 saved some points, finishing in P8. And for BMW, the car number 15 also faced mechanical issues in the first hour, which made going to the garage for the repairs, losing significant laps. And BMW was also saved by the sister car, the number 20, with them finishing in P5. For the COTA round, both Alpine and BMW will have the best BOP parameters among the LMDH brands this weekend. First, the Alpine. In Austin, they will have 1 kilogram added. In the V1 speed, they had 6 kilowatts decreased, and in the V2 speed, they will have a power loss of 4.5%. And the maximum stint energy will be 890 megajoules. And about BMW, they had a break of 2 kilograms in minimum weight, but they lost 8 kilowatts at V1 speed. In V2, they will have 1% in power gain. And the maximum stint energy will be 899 megajoules. So, will finally Alpine have a chance to win for the first time with their LMDH prototype? And what about BMW? Recently they won at IMSA GTP class at Road America, being the third victory for them in that championship despite being different. Will it make BMW being very optimistic for their first win in Hypercar this weekend at COTA? Well, in Sao Paulo, Peugeot had a great BOP parameters, having 1030 kilograms in minimum weight and a maximum power as possible at V1 stage, but wasn't enough to be competitive to fight for the podium, being behind Cadillac, Porsche, and BMW. For the COTA round, the BOP parameters will be almost the same compared to Interlagos. That's because they will still have 1030 kilograms in minimum weight, 520 kilowatts in V1 speed. However, in V2, they will have 7.3% in power loss. The maximum stint energy will be 895 megajoules. In slow sectors, Peugeot might have some advantage. However, the French Lions might struggle in a long straight due to a huge power loss in V2 stage. What do you expect for Peugeot this weekend? Well, it will be the first time that Aston Martin Valkyrie will be running in a race at COTA, but will not be the first time they will be running in the USA because they compete at IMSA full season. At Sao Paulo, Aston Martin had an interesting start being in front of Toyota and Ferrari, but lost performance in the middle of the race, not being able to finish in the top 10. If we talk about the BOP, the only change that the British brand will have is at maximum stint of energy, with 1 megajoule decreased. Let's wait and see how Valkyrie will be performing this weekend at COTA. Can they get a chance to finish in the points? So this was the Hypercar preview for the Lone Star Le Mans. What's your expectations about this race? Who's going to win this weekend? So let me know down in the comment sections below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose any more videos about WEC and IMSA. We will see you in the next videos.